Paudie's latest decision could either be a genius move or his second worst move after blackmailing his son Andrew, who was looking like he was on his way out before Paudie blackmailed him. I thought it was all dependent on what Paudie's ultimate goal was. Was he picking someone to be the fall guy or someone he wants to work with? If he wanted a fall guy, then Patrick was the candidate, and to a lesser extent Wilkin. Paudie just ended up doing what Andrew said he should have done instead of blackmailing him. Paudie chose to blackmail Nick, which Nick accepted. Paudie has ridden the wave of the earlier challenges from former traitors Eamon and Caitlin wanting him banished. A lot of the people that previously voted for Paudie are either no longer in the game or have turned their attention elsewhere. Oyen was the first to breakfast along with Nick, and I was wondering if she was going to end up figuring Nick out. I mean, why not? Oyen's been so good at this game that I wouldn't be surprised if she thought Nick had turned traitor after spending a few minutes with him. Apparently Joanna told Faye that she was suspicious of Vanessa, so if Joanna is the latest victim, then Faye will start looking in that direction. I remember the first time at Fateful who thought they'll end up being murdered threw a name out in what ended up being their last night. That didn't work out very well. Why is Faye instantly jumping on that? David said it about Diane and it was a factor in her banishment, which David was completely wrong about. Even though she doesn't know it, Joanna's appearance at breakfast might have just helped Vanessa. Mark was the chosen victim, which was the best situation for the traitors. This also meant one of my favourites has gone. When Vanessa made a comment after Siobhan threw away Mark's picture, reactions of Kelly, Amy and Christine made me wonder if they were reacting to Vanessa's comment or Siobhan. Part of me thought Vanessa was going to feel some heat from those three plus possibly Joanne and Faye. Oh, how right I was. I didn't mention it before now because I wanted to see more evidence of it. There's a click there with Amy, Christine and Kelly. I wasn't sure if Faye was with them, but she seems close with Christine. If I was a traitor, I would be getting rid of at least one of them. You can't win with a group that has such trust with each other. 9 times out of 10, they'll accuse every other player before looking in their group. I wouldn't blackmail any of them as they won't vote for each other. It will need to be an elimination. Other traitors or even faithfuls won't win if that clique is intact. I really wanted Oyen to talk when Joanna and Vanessa were talking about their suspicions of Faye because we know they're looking in the wrong direction. It was strange hearing Joanna talk about her suspicions on Faye when Faye claims Joanna has suspicions of Vanessa. Was that even true? I did question why Patrick thought the traitors would murder the most suspected faithful in himself. He wants to win the shield, but he's odds-on favourite for banishment. If Patrick found the shield, it would have been useless for him, but he never found it anyway as Vanessa was the lucky one to find it. Though this mission was the creepy doll mission that was shown on season 3 for both the UK and US, this had a little bit of a difference. The team in the woods were kind of summoning the sound through various tasks like a spirit, instead of looking in a creepy shed. Plus the sound wasn't backwards, so this mission didn't get much laughter out of me. Why did Siobhan make Vanessa reveal she had the shield? I thought that maybe she would give Vanessa the option to reveal herself or not. As a faithful, you would want to keep that piece of news to yourself. Why would you want to make it easy for the traitors? At least the rest of the group decided not to tell the other group so they can all be protected. Unfortunately, Paudie is in the same group as Vanessa. At the round table, I was surprised the heat was actually in Faye's direction and she was the first name brought up by Joanna. I was only surprised because I thought the other women were going to bring up Vanessa, but they didn't. No surprise that Patrick's name was a hot topic, a name that has been floated about for a number of episodes. I wonder how many will consider Patrick's words about the possibility of Nick being blackmailed, seeing as the traitors failed to recruit him before. Wilkin's name was back on the table, and seems like Oyen is being led astray by some clueless faithfuls. When I say clueless, I mean it in a different way as they have no clues, just theories and assumptions. I thought Oyen would stick with her theory that included Paudie, but that seems like it's not at the forefront of her suspicions right now. Patrick was unsurprisingly banished, breaking the streak the faithfuls were on. I didn't speak on the fact that there had been 3 traitors banished in a row, quite some feat from the faithfuls. Paudie is doing well to have shrugged off the initial suspicions to, at times, not even receiving a vote. I'm still shocked he's still in the game. We have a murder in plain sight for the traitors to carry out. I did wonder why it was only Nick that was given the note with the task. Did production think Paudie would spill the beans? Joking aside, Nick had to hug the intended victim. Maybe it's a good thing it wasn't given to Paudie, given his admission that he's not a hugger. Christine was the intended target, which breaks up a big barrier to the traitors winning, especially as the women outnumber the men. If Nick is smart, he'll hug some more people before the end of the night, or he may just hear his name again at the round table.